we believe deeply in people. And, our first choice when you call is going to be to connect you with somebody. There's nothing quite like speaking to a human being.
Welcome to Honest Ecommerce, a podcast dedicated to cutting through the BS and finding actionable advice for online store owners. I'm your host, Chase Clymer, and I believe running a direct-to-consumer brand does not have to be complicated or a guessing game. On this podcast, we interview founders and experts who are putting in the work and creating real results. I also share my own insights from running our top Shopify consultancy, Electric Eye. We cut the fluff in favor of facts to help you grow your e-commerce business. Let's get on with the show. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Honest Ecommerce. I'm your host, Chase Clymer, and today I'm welcoming to the show Ryan Alovis. He is the CEO of LensDirect.com, a leading online retailer in the vision care space. Welcome to the show, Ryan.
Thanks for having me, man. Appreciate it.
Awesome. So let's just dive in. Before we go back in time, can you just let the listeners know that aren't familiar with the brand, what you guys are up to over there, what you're selling?
Yeah, absolutely. So LensDirect, as Chase said, we're a leading online retailer in the vision care space. Historically, we've been in the contact lens business, name brand contacts direct to your door. Over the past few years, LensDirect has evolved into a full optical online retailer. So contact lenses, eyeglasses, sunglasses, and lens replacements. So let's say you got a pair of frames and you need new lenses. Instead of getting a new pair, send us the frames. We pop out the lens, put in the new lens, and send them right back to you. And that's called lens replacement. We've got other stuff too. We accessories, we do online eye exams, full vision care suite.
Absolutely. Now, you've kind of been in the e-commerce game for quite a while. Take me back in time. Where do we want to start?
Where do we want to start? So we could start in 2005 when I graduated from Indiana University, came back to New York, where I'm from, and I started a company called Magazine Discount Center, which it's an online destination for consumer magazines, and not exactly the sexiest business, but it was an opportunity to build something that was subscription driven. So I was excited about it. So bootstrapped that business in 2005. And by 2008, 2009, Magazine Discount Center was one of the largest providers online for consumer magazines like Sports Illustrated, Good Housekeeping. And it was at that moment that I really did fall in love with this whole recurring revenue model, subscription theme driven businesses. And that has been really the driving force in so many of the decisions I even make today and how I got to this point.
Absolutely. You said not the sexiest of business, but I believe that that's where the money is. The riches are in the niches, as they say.
Honestly, while all my friends were starting companies that were VC backed and they've raised all this money and it was a cool brand and this and that, it was very different for me. I bootstrapped it. I was driving an hour and a half, almost 2 hours a day, to my office where I was the only person for a very long time. I was working with developers in far, far away lands. And this was before Slack and Upwork. I was Skyping with them at 3 a.m. So yeah, it was a very humbling and fun experience, but you're probably right. The reason it was a good business is because maybe it wasn't the sexiest of companies. Maybe I didn't go out and raise all this money. It was just a good business. It was like an old fashioned good business. It had good margin. It had recurring revenue and continuity. It was amazing, actually.
Now, were you one of the first to take that older model and take it online?
I wasn't the first. There were others for sure. And that actually, it helped. It sets the tone, right? So you can kind of learn from your competitors and see, how they're doing and what they're doing and kind of evolve from there. So we weren't the first, but we were one of few, and we had a great partner, which is, I would say, not the only reason for success but a very important part of the success. And our partner in the business, who was really fulfilling all of our orders, the magazines, ended up buying the company in 2015 as well.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Spoiler. Exactly.
No, but so back to that, you had competitors already established. I kind of want to point out there that all that does is validate there's a market and it's a good thing.
Totally. Yes, you're so right.
I think a lot of young entrepreneurs get scared that, someone's already doing the same thing. I got to think of something else.
Oh God, no, opposite. It's somebody else is doing it. They're obviously doing well and there's a good business there. Why can't I do it? That was really where my head was at. Like, my egomaniac driven brain would trigger, I'm better than those guys. Why can't I do that? If it's working for them, it needs to work for me. And, slow and steady, we got it done and it ended up working really well. It was a rough ride for sure to get to that point where it did start working, but, the competition helps validate the opportunity for sure.
Absolutely. So when did LensDirect come back into the picture?
Yeah. So, I'll go back even further. My family's been in the optical business since the early 1900s, from a push cart on Delancey Street to, stores in New York City. So we've had this optical sort of, this optical love in our blood for a very long time now. In 1992, my father and my uncle started LensDirect. It was a mail order company for contact lenses. That was it. And it was very early, very, very early. And then it was a hard business for them. I think it was very early and and they had the right idea. But in 2004, they ended up selling the business. It wasn't like some big exit and, hey, we're good now forever. Not like that at all. They found a really good buyer that was basically interested in taking it and making it better. And then that person tried and it didn't work as they had planned, the buyer of LensDirect. So in 2009, when I had really found my footing with Magazine Discount Center, I had approached the then owner of LensDirect. I said, listen, give me a shot. Let me buy it back from you. And lo and behold, I was able to buy back LensDirect, and that was 2009. And that was how LensDirect came back into my life. And we ended up buying out that other owner fully, maybe 1 or 2 years later. So we got back the business entirely, and I was able to do it, what I did to it.
Awesome. Let's dive in. So obviously, name of the show, Honest Ecommerce. Let's talk about kind of the at this point, it had shifted from being not a mail order company anymore, but it was getting into the e-commerce play.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, the e-commerce play was, before I got involved in 2009, that was, mid to late 90s at that point. It was an online retailer, probably on like a Yahoo store.
Ooh, that gives me nightmares. Yahoo
store and, TV commercials, that kind of thing. And then when I got into that business in 2009, it was still very small, by the way. It was just a great brand. LensDirect, it evokes credibility and something that you think or you feel that you may have heard before. So it just works.
Absolutely. So you buy it back. What were some of those opportunities that you saw? Obviously, there's kind of the emotional connection from the family roots, but there's always a business decision to be made. It's like, what were the opportunities that you saw, and what did you put into the business to help it grow?
Yeah. So, it goes back to that. It checked off a good amount of boxes for me. One, obviously the emotional play, to get it back for me and the family was an exciting moment. Second thing was the subscription model, contact lenses, magazines, although one you need a prescription for and one you don't, there is that level of continuity where if you do a good job and you buy a customer, you acquire that customer, they'll stay with you and it's predictable. And this is before subscription boom in 2019, 2020. Everybody was launching these subscription companies. So I fell in love with it way before that. So it had the emotional connection. It had the subscription connection. It was a brand. So you would go on, you would buy Sports Illustrated because it was the brand you wanted. Well, the same thing with contact lenses. You're being told, hey, you need to wear this specific type of lens. That's what you're fitted for. That's your prescription. So, it's almost like a brand arbitrage thing where if you're really good at marketing on paid search and SEO, and you've got a really good UX mousetrap, so to speak, you can build a great business off of other brands. We're competing with, when you look at the optical industry, there's a lot of competition. I mean, endless. And it's not just online. You look at the big box retailers, you've got Walmart, you've got Costco, you've got all these big, big companies. in addition to that, there's Main Street Optical, right? Every store, every optician in the United States of America. So, I felt because we had done it really well with the magazine business that we could apply what we've learned to the optical business, the contact lens side of things, with our digital marketing team and design and sort of the way that I approach it. So that's why, we went for it. And again, the brand, the name of LensDirect, it's just too good.
Yeah, it absolutely worked out for you. And now, does this and what you were doing at the magazine company and how much you were interacting with customers help plant the seed for your next business? How did Go Answer come about?
So yeah, Go Answer is a 24/7 inbound contact center. So we pick up the phone and handle web chat for many other companies, businesses, law firms, HVAC companies, plumbers, you name it. And in the mid to late 90s, because LensDirect had a customer service team and they were doing commercials and they had the technology, the telephony technology, the dialer, other companies started asking us, hey, could you pick up our phone calls on nights and weekends and help us place an order? So Go Answer started really off the heels of LensDirect on a small scale. We just got really good at picking up the phone for other businesses, especially ours, of course. And then my cousin Adam joined that business and really amplified Go Answer in about 2010, 2011. And now, we've got multiple centers. We've got a huge center in St. Lucia. We've got a large center, almost 50,000 square feet, opening up in Belize in the next 30 to 60 days. So we fell in love with customer service and being there. And that's how we got into Go Answer. And that's a fantastic business.
Hey there, merchant. Are you tired of trying to navigate the wild world of e-commerce on your own? Are you looking for a partner to help you achieve your goals? Look no further than the Shopify Plus agency, Electric Eye. Our team has a proven track record of helping our clients make millions with strategic design and development. Whether you're migrating from a legacy platform to Shopify, designing a new theme for your store, or just looking to optimize what you already have, Electric Eye is the perfect partner for you. Electric Eye are true Shopify experts. Not only is our Shopify knowledge unparalleled, but we have partnerships with all the best tech in the Shopify ecosystem. And don't worry, we're easy to get a hold of. Our clients rave about our fast communication. So here's the deal. If you're an e-commerce business doing over $1 million a year, you can receive a complimentary Shopify diagnostic from our team of experts. That's free, personalized, strategic recommendations to improve your store and grow your business. To get started, head on over to electriceye.io/connect to schedule an intro call with one of our experts. That's electriceye.io/connect. Hey there, merchants. Are you struggling to get your Merchant Center ads approved but keep running into a price mismatching error? Wondering how your competitors are showing reviews, price, delivery, and product availability directly in search results? What if there was a way to get your ads approved for the first time and get more traffic without fighting for rankings? That's where JSON-LD for SEO comes in. It's an app that helps you get more organic traffic to your Shopify store, qualifying you for over a dozen search enhancements, and provides all the structured data you need for Merchant Center. JSON-LD for SEO automatically adds the structured data needed, and it's updated regularly as the rules change by Google. It's a hands-off SEO app that you don't need to monkey around with to get working. It's the safest, easiest, and most effective way to stand out from your competitors in search results. Contact us to get your free structured data audit for your store. Find JSON-LD for SEO in the Shopify App Store to get started. That's JSONLD for SEO, or go to JSONLD.app, JSONLD.app. Hey everybody, Chase here to talk about an amazing new product that's hitting the market. So, what do brands like Warby Parker, Dr. Squatch, Vital Proteins, and Blendjet all have in common? They're all increasing their abandoned cart revenues by over 10 10x with retention.com. Retention.com helps direct-to-consumer brands harness the power of identity to transform lost leads into sales and rapidly expand their abandoned revenues. Retention.com is giving Honest E-commerce listeners 20% off their annual commitment. If you're not seeing the results that you want within 60 days, you can opt out at no charge. Head on over to retention.com/honest. That's retention.com/HONEST to book a demo today. Now, obviously, a lot of our listeners are in the e-commerce space, and everything about e-commerce is like automated and, let's see how we can remove the human element from this thing. But you're doubling down on the human element and that communication, that real people. Can you talk about the advantages of using that and as opposed to some of the new school thoughts?
So yeah, I love both schools, by the way. So automated communication is critical for success in e-commerce. Your order's been shipped, your order's delayed, your order's on the way, your order's been delivered. Giving them that ability to quickly return or exchange a product online, get the information, whether it's, on a web chat, bot or AI. So I think there's got to be both. I think even like for communication, we're about to launch our iPhone app for LensDirect, being able to get a push notification that your contacts are running low and you could just reorder right there. But with that being said, we believe deeply in people. And, our first choice when you call is going to be to connect you with somebody. There's nothing quite like speaking to a human being and voicing your frustration and being told it's going to be okay and you're going to take care of it. Now, we can't take care of everything, but we can work really hard at doing the right thing and making sure that customer believes we care. Empathy cannot be shared with an autoresponder. There's no technology that is going to provide that human empathy beyond speaking to somebody and letting, them being there for you. So we love that. We know that. And by the way, I preach it because I do it. If a customer reaches out to LensDirect and they email me, which is not hard to do, I will absolutely call you. I will write you back. I will be there. And I think for some companies, like that's weird for them. Like, whoa, the CEO is going to call a customer. Like no way. That's the opposite of how I would function. That is so not what I'm about.
That's amazing. Now, what's the future hold for Go Answer and for LensDirect? What do you guys kind of have cooking?
Yeah, well, for LensDirect, we just launched our new site, which is years in the making, which is really built to be a full vision care company, whereas the website we had was built as a contact lens company, and we were just sort of retrofitting all these things into it. So we just launched our new website, unbelievable mobile experience as well. We're launching our LensDirect Rewards program, which is going to really be incentivizing customers to continue buying and coming back and being part of our family. We're going very big on post-purchase experience, where the customer is fully notified and kept up to date with everything and anything that's happening. We're launching our iPhone app, which will allow the customers to try on glasses via augmented reality, which is like as real as it's going to get, as if they were fully in the store trying them on. They're going to be able to, we built our own proprietary, really like eye health technology on the app, where you can measure your pupillary distance. We can measure your face on the app and tell you what frames we think would look really good based on, the size of your face and the shape. So the app is going to be incredible. And then we're launching tons of other things. We just launched DIY. So let's say you scratched your name brand sunglass lenses. You could go onto the website, choose new lenses. We'll send you the lenses to pop in yourself. So there's a lot cooking for LensDirect. We're going to do television commercials pretty soon. We're really excited about a lot of stuff over there. For Go Answer, we're also about to launch our new website. We are building out a lot of really great technology that's going to help us work with the customer. We're building out our new center in Belize, which is going to be our largest center by far, and it's going to allow for bilingual coverage. So We're really on a big mission for all the companies, but it's all slow and steady. We've never raised outside capital, so it has to be really thoughtful and methodical.
Awesome. Ryan, now, is there anything I didn't ask you about that you think would resonate with our audience today?
Yeah, I mean, you missed a really big part of my life, Pulse Health, which is a company that I'm CEO of. And Pulse Health is a life science technology company. And we count some of the greatest pharmaceutical companies in the United States as customers. And they use our platform, which is the Pulse Engagement Cloud, to market and engage with physicians. So if you're a brand that's launched a new product, you could leverage our platform, and it's an amazing business. And that has so much cooking as well.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Ryan, I cannot thank you enough for coming on the show today and sharing your insights. One more time, do you want to shout out if anyone's interested in checking out these brands? Where should they go? What should they do?
Absolutely. So LensDirect, you're going to go to lensdirect.com. If you wear contact lenses, if you wear glasses, please head over to LensDirect. You'll enjoy everything about it. Then when it goes to Go Answer, if you're a company and you need someone to help you on nights and weekends or overflow, we got you covered. We'll pick up your phone. We'll handle your web chat. Thirdly, if you're a pharma company, go to pulsehealth.tech. We'd love to help you engage better with your doctors.
Awesome. Ryan, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thanks for having me, dude.
We can't thank our guests enough for coming on the show and sharing their knowledge and journey with us. We've got a lot to think about and potentially add into our own businesses. You can find all the links in the show notes. You can subscribe to the newsletter at honestecommerce.co to get each episode delivered right into your inbox. If you're enjoying this content, consider leaving a review on iTunes. That really helps us out. Lastly, if you're a store owner looking for an amazing partner to help you get your Shopify store to the next level, reach out to Electric Eye at electriceye.io/connect. Until next time.